All right. Well, there's a lot of polls out there, so I'm not going to go through all of them. What I did was I pulled two sources, Nate Silver and RCP, Real Clear Politics Average. And here's where we're at as of right now. So RCP has Trump winning the popular vote and then winning in all swing states except Michigan and Wisconsin. So that would be winning Nevada, winning Arizona, winning North Carolina, winning Georgia, winning Pennsylvania. And I think that's it. And that would put him at 287 electoral votes to win and Harris at 251. So then I pulled Nate Harris's latest article, and he has the same thing, except for what?
Nate Silver or Nate Harris?
Did I say Nate Harris? Nate Silver.
Yeah, who's Nate Harris?
Nate Silver has Harris up in the popular vote by 1.1.
Kamala's father.
But he has the same electoral map. Harris winning Michigan and Wisconsin, Trump winning the rest, giving Trump 287 electoral votes. And then the latest at Polymarket has Trump at a 62% chance to win. Brad, do you agree with that map? What you got?
I made a map.
Me too.
I made a map. Did you make a map, Charles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right now, here's my map. I got 295 for Trump. I think that she's going to win Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I didn't do the toss-ups and leaning and all this. I just did red or blue, right? Yep. I think this is going to be pretty accurate. Dumb Colorado, right there in the middle. How do you elect Lauren Boebert, that little lady, and then vote for Harris? You know what I mean?
New Mexico, huh?
I think he's going to get New Mexico. I've heard stories. Let's just put it that way. I've heard stories. Really? No, Northeast is a lost cause. I think she'll get Georgia. I think this is accurate. 295. That seems reasonable, right?
Yeah.
If after describing Nate Harris and his polls, and then you see mine, if I'm more accurate, can I become a pollster?
Yes.
All right.
Because he's not even a pollster. He just gets the polls and then gives them weight and comes up with a guess. So if you're more accurate, although New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico. Come on. Have you never heard of Roswell?
Stranger things have happened. Am I right, guys?
Yep. All right, Charles, what do you got?
Oh, my turn? Okay.
You need to give Charles more time. The whole week that you gave him wasn't enough. He needs a few extra minutes. So Michael's going to go first.
Actually, I don't. Mine's right here.
Oh, booyah.
And so we're at
what the fuck is this? This is not how it works.
What do you mean?
There's some brown.
What do you mean? Those are the toss-ups.
You don't toss up. You win or lose.
But what's interesting is even without the toss-ups, without moving your toss-ups, you had Trump over 270.
He didn't actually do any of this, Michael. He just pulled it up. That was the default map.
No, it isn't the default. You can go look at the default.
That was the default map.
No, it's not.
Oh, I love it. You have Trump winning New Hampshire.
I do. No, Vermont.
Oh, he's not winning Vermont. He might win New Hampshire.
Yeah, he might.
Oh, God. Come on, guys.
So we don't know what's going to happen. Tuesday's going to be very telling.
Wait, hold on. Go back to your map.
Yeah, you got Trump with like 385 electoral votes.
Go back to your map. Go back to your map.
No,
go back to your map, please.
Oh my God, you're so annoying.
Go
I
back.
don't know how to go back to the map.
Yes, you do. You own StreamYard basically. Let's see this. Come on. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna lean in. All right. So you've been shopping for some outerwear jackets, some zero sugar cranberry juice for some reason. And what is that? Aldi? What are you shopping for?
Oh, okay.
Are you in the market for some jackets?
I have been looking at some Todd Snyder jackets, but that's neither here nor there.
Todd Snyder?
Yeah, Todd Snyder.
Okay.
That's pretty close to what I have. And
see?
He's got Trump with 287 with the leans and then a couple toss-up states if Wisconsin goes, and then Trump's going to be at 297 if it goes Harris's way. Nevada is a toss-up. That's 6 electoral votes. The latest polling.
I think anything can happen. You can't ride the wave unless you have your surfboard out, honestly.
Yep, that's right.
What?
Come on, Brad.
Michael, where's your map?
I'm going to share it right now.
I'm waiting for you, Michael. Hurry up.
Yeah. Well, okay. So now that the goofballs are out of the way, let's get to it. Let's get to a serious map.
Ugh.
That's not it. That's not my map. That's
I was gonna say,
RCP.
this is the map you said. I mean, the website you said does.
Yeah, that's RCP. Man, I'm good at this sharing screen thing.
It's really
I've got all these tabs open. Okay.
It's challenging because the button says share screen and it's really not clear what that does.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty clear.
Yeah, I'm not very smart. Okay. Here's my map. I've got Trump at 297, winning Nevada, winning Wisconsin, winning PA, winning North Carolina. I only have her winning Michigan.
Wow. Who do you
That's
have
where
winning
I'm at.
Hawaii? Oh, her.
Hawaii.
How do we determine the winner?
What do you mean?
I mean, between us three, you dum dum, not the winner of the election.
I was gonna say.
We're gonna find out on Tuesday. And
No, but is it the person who gets closest in electoral votes?
Yeah.
Okay, I did 295. You got 297. That's a close one. What'd you say, Charles?
287.
I have 287.
Oh
Yeah.
God, this is gonna be a tight race. Ooh,
Wait, what do you have, Brad?
295.
Yeah, you didn't really think that one through doing 295 because you can only get never mind, 295, 296. Are we doing prices right rules? Like if you're over, it doesn't count?
No, closest.
Okay, closest.
Michael, you have, let's see, where's North Carolina? You have, North Carolina's red. Okay.
I thought about doing North Carolina blue, but I changed my mind. The latest polls.
I'm curious what's going to happen if that governor thing is playing a role.
I mean, all of the polling in North Carolina shows Stein up by 15.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty much a bloodbath.
What
For
about
that.
Robinson?
For our favorite of the show, Robert Robertson. No, he's not Robert Robertson. Mark Robinson.
Oh my God, that guy is fucking awesome. I hope he wins. He's so cool.
He should write.
Well, I'm excited to see which one of us pulls it out. I mean, I think Tuesday is going to be a pretty historic day. We're seeing Republicans surge left and right. So
I've not heard that before.
You can't catch the fish unless you cast your net. So
what is with you and your idioms today? What the fuck is happening? So you think Tuesday is going to be a historic day? I've not heard that before. Is that of your own making? It's a historic election. Is it the election of our lifetime, Charles?
I didn't say of our lifetime.
Could you be more normal?
Do you not think it's going to be historic?
Every election is historic, man.
That's true.
You know, Tim Walz being the most progressive VP candidate ever. I think it has to be historic, one way or the other.
So when I was going back and forth about my map here, I talked with two people. One is one of my very close friends. He was a groomsman in my wedding. He is a Bernie bro, loves Bernie Sanders. He hates Ted Cruz, hates with a passion.
I don't understand.
And he supports Vanessa Fuentes in District 2. Brad knows what that means. Charles doesn't. She's one of the most progressive city council members we have in Austin, which says a lot. She supports Project Connect.
So your friend
is a progressive.
Questionable.
He told me he's voting for Trump.
Okay.
He said
no.
He said he said a lot, but if I can break it down, he's like, I don't like her. She has no substance and she doesn't say anything. They anointed her. I'm sick of this Democratic Party just choosing who the candidate is. They cheated Bernie in 2020 and 2016, anointed Hillary and Biden, and now they're anointing her without a primary. And he's like, I just care about who's going to make the economy good. He's a small business owner. He's like, I just care about who's going to make the economy good. I don't care about all this other stuff they're screaming about, Nazis and Hitler, and I'm just not I'm not interested in it. I'm concerned about women's rights, but it's not a high priority as the economy. So that's my first anecdote.
Well, maybe he's not as progressive as he thinks. And I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Is this man of the Caucasian persuasion?
Yes.
Oh, so he just doesn't want to vote for a black woman.
Or an Indian woman.
Probably it. And then
I read this week that she's 25% black. Like her dad is maybe half black.
Where did you read that? On conservativetreehouse.net?
It was a kitschy little website called the Daily Stormer.
That's interesting.
So then my second anecdote is my mother-in-law. She's, late 50s, nurse, pretty middle of the road. I would think she tends to lean liberal. I don't think she's voting for Kamala. I don't want to out her here, but
maybe you already did.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Nurses are our heroes. And so
true.
You should really listen to them. And honestly, here's the thing. I think there are a lot of people who you would expect to maybe be voting Democratic this time around who just aren't. And there is this real strong dislike, distrust, whatever you want to call it, with Kamala. And I think that's why they're leaning so heavily in the celebrity aspect of it. Not that they wouldn't do that anyway, but because there is just this weird innate distrust. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, she also has flip-flopped on a lot of issues and just has never
You don't
been
know why people don't trust Kamala Harris?
as opposed to like any other politics. Like I've never seen a level of distrust of a candidate of a major party's presidential candidate as her. And it's been like that for a while. I mean, they just like, she lies, she goes back and forth, people don't think she's strong. I just don't understand what the root cause of a lot of that is. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying it's because she's black. I don't know. It's something else, obviously.
I feel like there's probably, I mean, I guess it depends on what side of the aisle you're on, right? But the amount of distrust for Donald Trump, like since 2016, basically, has been through the roof.
But you don't have.
He lies more than any other presidential candidate ever, and you say, well, they all lie, but his lies are more substantial. What are you talking about?
But I'm talking about from the party. Like there are Republicans who are like, I can never vote for him, but there are a lot more Democrats who are like, I don't trust her and I can't vote for her, and I don't know why that is. That's what I'm saying.
Because I know she's lying.
Because she doesn't believe anything.
And I think that's probably what it is. I don't know what the reason is, but that sounds like it is, because it is very empty when we hear things that she talks about, and she flip-flops just by the way the wind's blowing. So that's probably what it is.
Charles, you sound like you just fell out of a coconut tree. What do y'all think about this chyron that popped up on a ABC affiliate in Pennsylvania, having Harris winning by 5% with 100% reporting? Did y'all see this? It was a Formula One race last weekend.
They were probably just testing.
Why? That's their official answer. And like, this is what I think about. Oh, they were just testing. You run chyrons all the time. What are you testing? Like,
for the Super Bowl for news channels? This is the Super Bowl.
Go ahead, Michael, please.
There's an easy way to solve this. Write those numbers down.
That's too many numbers, man. That's 7 numbers. I don't think I can write that many.
Well, obviously they'll switch the numbers on election day, obviously.
Well, they run chyrons all the time. I'm sure a chyron was running just before this and just after this. That was, I don't know, a normal one, right? So what are they testing really? Is that
how often?
And two, why specific numbers? If you're going to run a chyron that you're going to test, you do something else besides the most controversial thing happening.
No, you run it for that, to make sure names are spelled right, to make sure things.
Make sure that Harris and Trump are spelled correctly. Charles, what are you talking about?
It is literally the Super Bowl for news. Do they have to make sure? Have you never looked at a chyron before and saw it misspelled or incorrect on TV?
Hey, Charles, you're a real normal dude.
It doesn't take much for chyrons to be messed up, and so to go in there and to test things out and pre-save the settings. You know how many times they have the big board up and they're picking states to make sure that
in these control rooms, they have ways to test this stuff without showing it live on TV.
Yes, I agree.
They would do that. And there's no way they could just do a test run. Harris Trump 0-0.
No,
right?
Because if you do a test run, Harris Trump 0-0, it's not going to produce a winner there. And
yeah, okay, it's a tough technology. Chyrons, it's new this time around. Chyrons, they didn't have that last time, so they got to really test it out thoroughly.
Spare me.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna find out. They'll obviously, if they're cheating, they'll obviously just switch the numbers, because now they've seen that on the BCM podcast we caught them. So great job, Brad.